Well, as
Yeah, I
Dan's
was
telling
watching
you,
that.
shit's hitting the fan right now.
Indeed.
We are back. Not to interrupt the conversation if you guys want to finish that one out. Did we lose Adam? Guess I should have checked that.
We might have.
Adam,
Might
are
not
you
be back
there?
yet.
Well, we'll sit around and wait for him for a little while.
We need our healer.
Mm.
We need
So
our
I'm running
secondary.
I'm running a
Water.
season 0, and I'm running a season 0 tomorrow, and people are talking about bringing occult classes, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. It's not gonna be awesome.
Hey, Dan. I remember I had this one player. His name was Dan. He was like, hey, Arthur, can I bring ACG classes to literally everything everywhere? And I was like, I guess. And then I was like, no. And then I was like,
Man,
well, fuck it. And now you're going through the exact same process. You're like, yeah, man, all the extra books are great. And now you're like, oh, occult is bullshit. And then at some point you're going to accept it and just be like, fuck it. They're going to keep writing new shit.
Yeah, here's the thing. Did it really work out for Dan?
Embrace the psionics. It's on its way, man.
I'm waiting for the
The only
warlock.
problem I have with occult is that I haven't fully grasped the book yet.
Yeah, that's weird. Kind of like how I was like, oh, God, ACG. Full circle, Dan. Now all I have to do is fight you on a catwalk with a laser sword, and the circle will be complete.
Just cut off his arm. Just push him off.
What? No,
Bitch.
I cut his head off, and then he disappears.
What? You gotta cut him on the arm. Just push him
No,
off.
I have to
You're
kill
making me
him.
You're making me Obi-Wan in this scenario?
Yes, I'm making you Obi-Wan in this scenario.
Damn.
That's
Cut them like that.
cold.
That's cold, dog.
What am I supposed to make you, Darth Maul and I'm Palpatine? I watch
I was
over
gonna
you
say-
and be like, of course you can defeat the Jedi. You have decades of experience fighting with a double lightsaber. And then you are easily defeated by the weakest of the Jedi Masters and his dumb apprentice, who is a dumbass.
I had to say, I thought y'all were both Skywalkers, and you're gonna be like, you have learned your lesson, chop off your arm and push him down.
All right, let's look at. Listen, here's the thing Darth Maul could have done and should have
There's a lot
done.
of things he
Rather
could have done.
than shoo, I'm gonna send sparks in your face, Obi-Wan. Throw a lightsaber at his face, killing him, and then take his lightsaber. Now you still have a lightsaber, and he's dead, and you're not chopped in half like a bitch.
He came back. He got better.
Yeah, but that
He
wasn't in the
didn't
script.
come back. That was non-canon when he came back. That's like Frieza coming back.
Wait a minute, is it really uncanon?
I don't. It is now, right? Like anything
They
that's not in the
say
movies
it
is
is.
non-canon.
But here's the thing, they say it is, but they go use in the movies anyway.
Okay,
It's like,
listen.
we're gonna totally change the
Here's
movie,
the point.
but we're
There's a
following
video
the book exactly.
Darth
There's
Maul was one of the
there's-
greatest Sith ever brought up. He was super badass. He didn't need to say shit. Everyone just looked at him and they were like, holy fuck, this dude is badass. Didn't even have his double lightsaber out yet, and people were like, wow, this dude is the darkest of the dark. And guess what? He gets defeated because he's an idiot.
There's a video series on Belated, I think it's Belated Media, that what if the Star Wars series were actually good, like what if the prequel trilogy was actually good, and they go back and basically rewrite the
Yeah,
prequel
they
trilogy.
cut out a huge amount. Like, they take all 6
Jar Jar
hours
gone.
of the prequel, and they turn it into, like, fucking 5 minutes or something like that.
Of course, Craig and Adam's like,
I think
these
that
young
Darth
kids.
Maul fight is literally the only part of the first movie that survives the cut. Right? Like, it's literally just that, and then it
They make
skips to...
minor
I
changes
stopped
in the first
mid-second
movie, like-
movie, and I didn't even get to the third movie because I was like,
Like
nope.
this was like, no, we don't make Anakin a kid. We make him we age him up a little bit. We make him a teenager. We don't make him.
Yeah, they cut
don't
out 90% of the first movie and only keep the Darth Maul fight.
Yeah, because everybody loved Darth Maul, just like everybody
Everybody
loved
does
Boba
love
Fett.
Darth Maul. Except, like most villains, he has to have some chump-ass flaw. Just like Prince
It's like
Hans of
Boba
the
Fett.
Summer Isles represent, if he hadn't made that one mistake, he would currently be King of Arendelle.
Yeah.
Just saying, my boy Hans right there.
If he didn't reveal his intentions, like, no, man, I'm
No!
gonna let you down.
What? No, that's fucking stupid. Obviously, he should have just killed, Anna.
Like, she succumbed to the icicle.
Yeah, just throw out a window or something. Seriously.
Yeah, but then there would have been evidence.
Evidence of what? Her freezing to death? When her sister set the country to ice?
Like, she was upstairs.
She
but
had
now
ice
she's
in her heart.
downstairs.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe she stumbled out the open window. Okay, I don't know.
In her
Either
death
way,
throes,
leaving
opening the
her
window in
alive.
a frozen country.
Listen,
I love
leaving
you.
her alive, obviously a mistake in retrospect. Huge mistake. The one loose end. Boom. Eliminate her. The plan works 100%. The people kill Elsa for him because she's the evil witch and he's the great new king dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would work.
Yeah.
You saw the
One
chat, dude?
mistake. He trusted in his evil plan too much. All right.
That's-
Speaking of evil plans, let's get back to it before Craig dies. He's just like...
Or loses his mind either.
Yeah,
one.
he's like,
Just pick one.
oh my god, these guys are fucking talking about Disney movies again. Holy shit. Because
Oh, yeah,
remember,
they
Star
are
Wars
all
is Disney now
movies
too.
Right now.
Yes,
Praise
they
the
are.
mouse. Praise Lord Mickey.
Yep, he owns everything.
Marvel too. Yeah. They're making all
You
the
saw
right moves.
You saw the death battle?
Do what?
Ansem versus
Oh,
Stan Lee.
yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, they did have really good Jim Henson too. Wow, we're
Yeah,
so
well,
off
they just
topic
walk in,
already
it's like,
again.
I own all y'all, so y'all need to shut up.
All right, you guys come sailing to You have the charts of the fair wind, so you know exactly where you're supposed to go. When you arrive there, there's no reef south of the islands. That's where the wreckers are supposed to be operating. It's just clear, smooth, crystal water. And there's currently a low. Oh God, how do you even say this? The ship is riding low in the water because it's heavy with cargo. Yeah, it's low riding ship, and its sail is like going in and out. You can tell that they're having trouble getting it rigged, and when it sees you, it begins to turn away from you and try to start running.
I must have missed it. What were the details of this ship? What kind of
Okay, yeah.
construction?
Let me
Paint a picture.
Let me paint a picture. I can see it in my mind, but it's a low-riding cargo vessel. It's only about 60 feet long, 20 feet wide. It's very small. The rigging is currently a complete mess. It's one of those triangular-sailed caravel-type ships. The crew sees you guys, and they're excitedly running around and making hand gestures, and someone on deck is yelling at everybody. Maybe you're seeing it through an eyeglass, or fucking Ace is just like an eagle, so he's just like pew, pew, pew. It's riding really low in the water, way lower than it should be, and is handling poorly. Its attempt to turn is happening very slowly. The flag that it's currently... Sorry, what?
Sorry, it just sounded like my cat tried to take somebody's arm off. I had to go
okay.
see.
Yeah, the flag it's currently flying is Keonan.
What's Keonan?
It's an elven nation.
Nation of the Elf.
From the other side of the continent.
Oh.
This looks like a setup. This smells like a setup. This is like a pirate's wet dream.
Can I make a perception check or something?
You can make a profession sailor check.
I can make a
Okay.
perception check.
All of you
As I
can
do
make
the-
profession sailor checks.
As
Wait a
I
minute,
do the
I have
Mad
a-
Max thing, is last bait.
Wait a minute, I have
Boom.
an item for this. Give me a second.
About 32.
Give me a second. Once per day, the far sight can activate clarity effect upon a location seen through the far lenses. What is the... I probably pronounced this wrong. CLAIRAUDIENCE effect.
I did not follow that.
Clear audio.
Clairaudience, clairvoyance.
Clairaudience. Like, the thing allows me to see once a day through the lens of Golarion, as long as it keeps inside, say, up to 5 minutes.
Yeah, clairaudience would be listening in on somebody.
Or it says, like, slash something.
Clairvoyance would be you look at the area. So, I'll make a World of Warcraft reference. Shamans had a spell that when you used it, you could see from an area that you could currently look at, and your point of view would switch to that new area. That's how clairvoyance works. Your vision is shifted to wherever you cast a spell on. Agrajog looks very closely, but doesn't see anything wrong, because I rolled a 20 and I'm great at this. Great at rolling 20s. However, Scourge, you notice that there's some discrepancy with how the soldiers are acting and how things are being carried out. Like, they're making certain hand gestures, but they aren't in keeping with how a ship should be handled. And it becomes very clear to you that you need to make a will save. Yeah.
Oh no,
Not
what did
you.
I miss?
No, not you. Scourge.
Oh, that was
don't
my
see it.
profession sailor.
Yeah, you don't see
Oh,
it
this
either.
this can't be good.
Make a will save.
Spell like?
Yes. It is a spell.
Okay, so I get a +1. 15.
Okay. Yeah. The closer you look, actually, the more real it appears to be. It was probably just a figment of your imagination. Everything's in order here.
Okay, well, in that case,
I
I don't know if it matters much, but if you have a +1 resistance on your saves because I put a shield other on you.
Nope, that won't make a difference.
Okay.
What's
okay, I'm just
what's
double
the result
checking.
of our sailor checks?
What's wrong?
I
Well,
got 26.
You need a 29.
Oh.
Ooh, wow. Only the captain could do that.
Okay, so
right.
I'm going
I
to
could've
tell
done
you
that.
guys what's happening so that the audience understands what's happening, but your characters have no idea. So I
Okay.
think that the camera is looking at this ship and seeing how it's handling, and then using the ship as the pivot. The camera starts moving around in a circle, and after it passes like the 90-degree mark, what you're seeing changes. So like as the camera moves, everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine. And then it's like, holy shit, mistake, mistake. As we see, there's an illusionary wall between you guys and what's actually happening. There's this horrifying reef where there's like a half dozen ships that have been pitted upon it, and then their sails have like ballistas hanging out of them. There's like fire marks on the back ends of the ships, and there's an actual pirate ship out there running that has an enormous like orcish face as its banner, and it appears to be like leading you guys into this reef so you'll crash into it so that they can begin combat with you. But you guys don't see that. You just see this terribly handing merchant ship with easy cargo lying deep in the water trying to get away.
I was so
They
trying to look up my illusion spell to see what to do an illusion on this ship, but
You don't have illusions because you're a divine caster.
I do have silent image because I have a haunted oracle.
Oh, okay.
But that I was
You
saying
have
that
to
before.
interact with the image somehow in order to see through it, however.
No, I was thinking of like making like an additional ship ahead of like behind. us.
Wow, awesome. Yeah, you could do that if you wanted to. There's nothing stopping you.
Wait a minute. With my thing, couldn't I see that because I'm sending it out there to look at it?
Doing what? What thing?
The spell, the
Clairaudience,
clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance? No, because you didn't make enough of the sailing check.
Okay.
So they're inside an illusion, and your
Okay.
clairvoyance shows up. It's being affected by the illusion.
Okay.
That
fair enough.
camera shift rotation was just so that the audience and you guys understand
Okay,
what's happening. So I'm not telling you things, and you're like, "What do you mean we ran into a reef and now we're being exploded and there's fire on our ship?" That doesn't make sense. I'm telling you so you understand what's happening, even if your
Okay,
characters
fair enough.
don't. So, What do you guys do to this incredible piece of bait?
All right, I guess we will make attempts to run it down, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to beat a DC 29.
As you begin moving in towards the ship, can everyone make another profession sailor check? You feel a slight jolting of the ship, and you hear like a scraping noise for a moment.
Come around!
Scourge, Agrajog, can you both make will saves?
I can try.
Come on, baby. Be good too. Oh my gosh.
Roll good.
No.
Okay, Agrajog,
Yeah.
you're literally the only person on the ship that sees the truth. You feel the bumping of the ship, and when you look over the side of the ship, you're not in clear water anymore. It's fucking dark as shit. There's blood in the water. You're flying through a reef at like way faster than you should be, and you're coming up on some pretty wrecking terrain that you're gonna bottom the ship out and probably capsize.
I yell a warning and I start moving the wheel. Slow her down! Slow her down! We're in a reef!
Okay, bring it about. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Sailor.
Scourge, you failed repeatedly to identify this as illusion. To the rest of you, it's like Agrajog starts shouting something, and you're like, what? We're in a reef? No, we're fine.
Orc
Well,
wizard, remember?
I would have to. I'd have
Oh
to.
yeah,
lean
we
toward
are
the-
fighting an orc wizard.
Wizard, remember?
Now when he shouts that.
illusions.
Yeah, I would have to tend to believe my officers. I mean, I'm not.
More,
I can't believe
Don't
Scourge
you
would
trust
just
your own
completely-
eyes?
Huh?
Don't you trust your own eyes?
Hello,
We're facing
magic.
Orc
Yeah, we know
wizard.
she was a wizard.
Okay.
She's a wizard, Harry.
So here's the thing: you can start slowing down, you can start turning, yeah, but you're already in the reef. If
Yeah.
you want to successfully navigate this, someone who can see through the illusion is going to have to make the
Okay.
piloting. Here's the thing: Aces and Alaris have not made will saves, so they can do that now.
Okay,
Yay.
come on.
A 16 is not good
16.
enough.
Yeah, I tried.
What's my will save? 7.
Which means you have to have a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fortitude should be one higher.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, so Agrajog, you're literally the only person who can pilot the ship to safety at the moment.
All right, let's do it.
Plus,
You
we
need to
have
make
the
a
map that
profession
says
sailor
there's
check.
something here. That map doesn't match up.
The map told you that there was a reef here, but when you looked out, you didn't see any reef.
Yeah, and now one of our things like, there's a reef. It's like, what?
Consult the map.
You could say it's reefer madness.
Oh.
Yeah, been waiting all episode for that one.
All right, so I need to
Legalize it,
read
puns.
I need to take the wheel, it seems. All right, I'll take the wheel.
Yeah, Agrajog, take the wheel.
I'm going to try to pilot this thing to safety.
Yeah, let's see that check.
Guessing I can't take 10. Here we go.
I'm gonna put a
Not while
guidance
you're
on you for
sailing
a
through
plus
a reef
1.
at high speed.
I'll put a guidance on you since you're taking control there.
All right, so this will be add 1 to this.
Okay.
Yeah,
29.
Yeah.
that's our boy.
Let's see here.
Nice. Saves the day. And the ship. And us. And the cargo.
And everything.
Okay, so here's what happens. You're sailing forward, you start dodging things in the reef, when all of a sudden, like 90 feet in front of the ship, a giant orange wall appears, and you slam into it. Can you roll 8d6?
86. Oof.
Okay, your ship takes almost no damage. In the process, all of you suddenly become aware of the fact you don't see the reef, but you do see the actual ship now. The merchant ship that you were chasing, the illusion drops as it begins firing ballistas at you guys, and your deck is on fire right now, and they are coming alongside preparing to board. What do you want to
Crap.
Repel borders.
I'm gonna cast water breathing on everybody.
You're not going to have time to do everybody.
I mean, the captain and myself, and
That's
Can we
more than
shoot-
one person.
Yeah,
Can
I'm
we
on the
shoot
crow's
our
nest.
ballista bolts
I mean,
at them?
you can,
Yes.
you can, as long as people get next to me, I can.
I
do
mean,
it.
I'm kind of asking, like, in general, what are you guys doing? I heard Agrazog say he's getting ready to repel borders. It sounds like
Well, can we shoot
Alaris,
at
your
them
plan is
first?
to begin supporting people.
Can I give orders to shoot at the ship shooting us? And
So the
then,
thing is, you're the only one who can see it until they're right on top of you shooting flaming bolts at you.
can we still return fire?
Yeah. It's completely ineffective.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, fire that way! And the guy's like, yes, sir! It's me, Mr. Ferguson! I'll fire there! And it just goes sailing way to the left.
Nice one, Ferguson.
They're literally shooting blind. Scourge, what are you doing as the ship, begins boarding operations?
I'll jump down to where I can help repel borders.
Okay. Aces?
Are they? They're only on this side.
Let's figure out who's doing what first.
Okay.
Aces, what are you doing?
I come up behind the captain to support him.
Okay.
I
You guys
pretty
can
much
pick
used
where
to-
you want to be on deck.
Okay, one deck are we? Oh yeah, we on the thing.
Yeah, you're on the deck. The decky deck.
No, what I meant was which side are they approaching from? So I'll be on the right side.
That's a
Correct
good...
side.
They're coming on the left side. So where you guys are kind of assembled at right now.
Which
But
would be
remember,
port.
when they come over on ropes, they can choose to appear anywhere on the deck.
Okay. All right.
Oh, if that's the case, maybe I should stay in the crow nest and get support from up here.
That's something you
How
can
high
do
up
if you
is
want
that?
to.
How high up is that crow's nest?
60 feet.
Oh yeah, no.
Too
No,
high
no.
to be useful.
Yeah, too high. I better fall down. Whee! I love this ring.
I feel like it's time to make another marijuana joke in less than 5 minutes. Can there really be such a thing as too high? Hashtag go see
Haha.
American Ultra. Bam!
Take a sip of my rum.
Everybody's where they want to be?
Vaguely.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Can I
feeling.
was going to ask if I can do any pre-casting at all.
There's really not enough time.
Okay.
Let's roll initiative.
She has got some bizarre proportions.
Yep.
Wow, that's odd. That's kind of creepy looking.
What's my
These guys
initiative
look
factor
like
look
pimps.
Oh yeah.
I know a pimp when I see one.
Wow, 2 initiative with a 2 bonus, and I got a 4. Wait a minute. That can't be right. Oh, the bonus didn't get added. Minus 6 in case it matters. Ah.
Nope. You're still in the same place.
Yeah.
All right, Maelstrom. They're on deck. They are flat-footed because they came over. What do you want to do?
Okay. What? She looks exactly like, look like she's casting something or doing an energy blast, Kamehameha wave.
She looks kind of like someone who was just holding on to a rope swinging over here.
Okay.
Or
So I
she's-
guess she hits the deck, and she comes up, and she's like drawing somatic symbols, like arcane symbols in the air. But she hasn't really
gotcha.
completed any particular spell yet. You do see, obviously, that she is drawing illusion school symbols, however.
Gotcha. I want to look her over and see if that really her, because illusionists are very tricky. Because I'm one of them type.
You have
I know
to
how to cast
interact with her in some way in order to...
Okay, I cast a spell on her. I cast Fiery Shuriken.
Cool. Roll your attack rolls.
Okay, let's see if this macro works. Touch
And
attack.
you get sneak attack.
You need to roll another thingy with the thing. You got a crit.
Crit. chance.
Crit chance. Can't believe that's actually her. 23 to confirm.
Wow.
Okay. Now I need you to roll
Sneak attack.
6.
Best time of waking up. You see D6, 1 hit. Oh.
You're adding sneak attack to those, right?
Well, not yet. I have to actually hit. 1's hit, right? On the D6.
Yeah.
Okay.